Is it me, or every time we hear that our industry is going to be on TV featured on some channel, we get excited and ready to go? For over a week, we were flooded on just about every website and every social media website that we're involved in about dangerously rich, billionaire super security. I even had friends of mine who are not even in the industry sending it to me and say, "Hey, you need to watch this." So I got all excited. I pulled out my trusty tool here and started DVR super security, billionaire super security. Okay, DVR. Okay, all set. I'm ready to go. But if you were not in front of your TV at 21:30 on Monday night, ready for the show, you would have realized that CNBC pulled the okie doke on us. Yeah, they got us. Some overpaid programmer set it up so if you DVR'd the show by name, you wound up with extinct animals and protected animals being shipped into the United States. So you got a great expose on elephant tusks and rhinoceros horns. Yeah, they got us. I'm not going to spend too much time critiquing the show. I'm going to start off by saying I met Dan Clark, that is, at the Protective Security Council conference in Baltimore, Maryland. He was a very quiet professional, very cordial individual. We got a chance to exchange a couple words, but outside of that, that's all I knew of him prior to this show. But just like others that I've spoken to, and even myself, the show really didn't show us anything that we already didn't know about protection. But for Dan and those other 3 or 4 business owners that they feature in there, great marketing. But there was one point on that show that kind of made me cringe, and I had to put it on pause and walk around for a little bit. Yeah. You remember those good old days when metaphors are used about our industry, like in the line of fire or bullet catchers? You remember those days? And now it's all about plate carriers, M4s, knives, guns, bombs, PSD, high threat protection, all that good stuff about protection, right? Now, I'm not sure who made this final decision or if that was Dan's quote, but when he said, "I'm absolutely emotionally prepared to kill someone," you can't say that. You cannot say that. That's just feeding into the already bad frenzy we have within the industry. You can't say that. I'm absolutely prepared, emotionally prepared to give my life up in the protection of my principal. You can say that. Actually, that's what you're supposed to say if you mean it. We have got to get this thing right. Come on, guys. We have to right this ship. So all in all, the show wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it was much better than that other show. What's the name of that show? Can't. What was the name of that show? So Tuesday came, and Rafael DiGiorgio, we all know who he is, and if you don't, you need to look him up, posted on the NABA website that he was appreciative of all the posts that myself, Frank Gallagher, Elijah Shaw, and I think he even mentioned Mark James' name, had posted about him on the NABA website. And based on those posts, he has gotten a huge following. But during that week, well, since that time rather, he's gotten tons of emails from people that he doesn't even know, who don't even engage on the NABA website, asking him for his medical protocols, how he sets up his IFAC, what items are in his IFAC, and it kind of ticked him off. It really did. The most interesting line in that post that Raphael did was the last line when he said that he declined and the person responded back to him, "What BS is that?" He says, now that's not going to change his mind, but it definitely will help him remember who you are. And as soon as he said that, I knew exactly who he was talking to, because a week prior, I got a phone call from a similar situation where a person asked me to compare my some of my notes, some of the courses that we've done, and some things that I've done recently, and to compare it against his. And I was like, no, I can't do that. And his response was, well, I thought you were trying to help everybody in the industry. Really? Listen, everybody knows who you are. Heck, I knew about you months before you even called me. But thus far, your behavior has been implicit towards unethical and unprofessional behavior. Once you cross that line from implicit to explicit, I'm going to call you out right here. Slow your roll. This should be a lesson for everybody else that's out there. The experts and leaders in this industry have put time and effort, and in many cases, blood, sweat, and tears to put their programs together. It's a business for us. We're not going to give you the treasure chest for free. Certain things will help you to guide you along, but you're not going to get those things that we put time and effort in, because it is a business for us. So just be careful what you ask for, and make sure you ask them correctly, and then the person that you're requesting the information from will give it to you. But make sure you know who you're asking, because everybody who says they're an expert or a leader is not. This week's tip of the week is about an often misused term, arm's reach. The true definition of arm's reach is if you're working close in on a principal and you're within arm's reach of an attack, you should commit yourself to the attack. Now, if you're outside of arm's reach, you should commit yourself back to the body of the principal and protect him and evacuate or move him out of the danger zone. That's the true definition of arm's reach. It has nothing to do with you should always be in arm's reach of your principal. That is not true. One more thing. Not one person touched the question at the end of Wednesday's blog. 2 women in 3 weeks changed the way the Secret Service protect the president. Not one person. Yet you want lessons for free.